This is a story in all its glory, and it ain't gory about the Supremes on the court. It ain't sport, and it ain't short, if you know what I mean. You need to meet them, and the class will seat them, and you're going to greet them so you can know how they roll when they vote and decide on the cases on the basis of what they think on the flaws in the laws, ladies and gentlemen, the Supreme Court of the United States.
My name is Ruth, and I speak the truth. I went to Cornell. There's no need to yell. I graduated at the top of my class. I'm fighting for the benefit of the mass. I experienced a lot of gender discrimination. Back in my day, that was a terrible problem in our nation. In the history of the court, I'm woman number 2. You may ask if I'm a Christian, but no, I'm a Jew. With the other liberals, we have some heft because all of our decisions fall on the left.
Lived a hard life. Born June 23, 1948. Married Virginia Thomas as a second wife. Grew up in a segregated place, sent to an all-black school, discriminated for his race. And grew up with God on his side. Attended Holy Cross College and Yale with a good ride. Then got a nomination with high expectations into the Supreme Court Justice. He's a man of toughness. July 1st, 1991, he filled the seat of Thurgood Marshall. He had to be careful. He was going to be universal, also known as the most conservative but informative about the Second and 10th Amendments, also a supporter of federalism issues, but it continues. Dealing with search and seizures and believes in protection for all, when he didn't speak for 7 years at all, but he finally asked a question in the conference hall. He's a man that stands for equality before the law.
This is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, and I'll tell you how I became the Justice Sotomayor. In the New York Bronx, born and raised, and the courtroom was where I spent most of my days, undergrad at Princeton and law at Yale, and all teaching at NYU and Columbia Law School. When I became a member on Princeton's Board of Trustees, started making good cases in the Second Court of Appeals. I had good cases, and the president liked it. He said, "You're moving to the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C." I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh and had Dyson mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it, you'll home to D.C. I pulled up to the court in 2009, and I yelled to the cabbie, "You'll home, smell you later." I looked at the Supreme Court. I was finally there to sit on my throne as a Justice Sotomayor. Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. The name is John Roberts, debate me, that's a sin. Conservative, Catholic, more of an originalist, voted for Obamacare and the Republicans act up. Get up, stand up, come on, bring your case up. If you got the case, bring it to the Supreme Court. SCOTUS is a fun fest. When Republicans aren't talking junk, y'all busting with my rhymes because I was appointed in 05. Feel it, brief it, amicus curiae it. I've got more rhymes than there's cases in the docket. Sure enough, I'm the 17th Justice, plus the only son of my mom and my pops. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Yo, I'm just like my country and young, scrappy and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I got my undergrad from St. College. I just went to London School of Economics. Then I went to Harvard and got my degree in law. Then I became the DC Court of Appeals. Now I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in a rough. A shining piece of gold trying to reach my goal. My power of speech unimpeachable. Only 79 and I will get older. Mine is still sharp as a dagger. Was appointed by Ronald Reagan in 1987, and I'm Catholic and conservative. The plan is to make America a better country. Now I am in court, so let me spell out my name. I am the ANTHONY KNNEDY man from Sacramento, California. Meanwhile, our president is Obama right now.
The name is Obama and I came to rap. Washington, D.C., yeah, that's where I'm at. Swear the Supreme Court better have my back. I'm nominating Garland, he's here to pick up the slack. From Illinois, 18 years of service, more than qualified. Yet, you note this, Scalia's gone, but never forgotten. If he was here, guaranteed, he would have voted for Garland.
Learn of the law, tell him what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for the most just way to rule on either side and find out what the Constitution has to say about the court's findings. Now, thought I've been considered for Scalia's open chair, somewhere between Congress and POTUS. I'll be the next justice. Yeah. We walk in, and this here is our country. I want to be in SCOTUS, and I'm nominated the U.S. I shed my skin and put my bones into every decision I make, and I'm all about the just cause. Come on, let me in. Got to be influential, and I want to be a cool justice.
Last name Scalia, first name Antonin, was invited to SCOTUS by Mr. Reagan. I graduated from Harvard Law School. My right-wing peers thought I was hella cool. Took a few years off in Virginia to teach before Regan asked me to help her, but now you've got to visit the graveyard for my 2 cents.
Sitting on the bench, everybody that you judge probably did something illegal. And I say, I'm a liberal, let's be optimistic today. Can we learn to follow rules and be optimistic? You gotta listen to the law, listen to the president, listen to your peers, the peers of the bench. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things right by working together. It's a simple message, and it comes from the law. Believe in the law, but that's the place to start. And I say, I'm a liberal, let's be optimistic today. Can we learn to follow rules and be optimistic? Hey, let's be optimistic today. Liberal, let's be.
In Trenton, New Jersey, about 65 years ago. That's how the story goes. I studied the law at Yale. Who cares? Not me. I got an undergrad degree from straight up royalty. Let's throw it back to New Jersey. I'm a brand new attorney and I solicitate. I know what I'm doing, and that's why Bush had been stewing about me moving into the courtroom and making a move and creating some news. And Skeet Skirt SCOTUS came to know this in 2006. I'm a prince. I'm nothing but a conservative Christian, and I'm married with 2 children.
Elena Kagan, born and raised in NYC after attending Princeton, Oxford, and Harvard Law. Began her career as professor at University of Chicago, got appointed as Solicitor General.